Board games, board games. I might be talking about UK Games Expo, but I'm not gonna shout. I might be talking about things that go wrong. After I finished singing this song, there is a place, UK Games Expo. I'm sure this is a thing you all know. And I guess it's all about board games, but I'm not gonna shout. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. I am Bez. It is approximately 10 a.m. UK time. Bezzy Beats and Board Game Blether. Episode 643, top 10 things that could go wrong at UK Games Expo. So it's not a serious video, but it is kind of got a serious thing. Should I start with the serious side or should I start with the less serious side? I don't know. But we'll get into that in a few minutes. The point is that recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights. The point is that, things haven't gone perfectly. Things could arrive later than intended. There's, this could happen, that could happen. When's that going to happen? This person's, and there's lots of serious stuff, and you've got to be okay with that. You've got to build some contingency into your plans, ideally. But then, if I, get hit by a bus tomorrow, then my UK Games Expo is going to be basically ruined. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that could happen. And this is just something that I'm thinking about generally. I'm thinking about getting ready for UK Games Expo. I'm writing a wee poem to send to everyone. I managed to send a quick message to Kickstarter backers, say, hey, if you want this thing, then come over at UK Games Expo and get it. And I said to people, hey, if you and hopefully I get the thing so that I can give it to them. What else did I do yesterday? Oh my gosh, yesterday's just a blur. Yesterday I was kind of being there for Chris, who was making these amazing banners, but then all I had to do was pay for the and put the order through for the stickers and then for the banners, and these look amazing. You know what? I'm actually going to show you the stuff and you get a wee sneak preview of what it's going to look like at my stand. What did Chris make? What did Chris make? Now I'm going to show you. That's not really a song, but hey ho. Why can I not see it? I've got way too many windows open and now I am way confused. There we go, WhatsApp. Okay. So, hello Time Roller. It is lovely to see you. I hope you are generally well, having a lovely morning. I mean, are you waking up super early? Are you going to bed really late? Let me know. But what is some of your recent highlights? And as I mentioned, my recent highlights were Chris making this lovely banner. It's a bit small there, but you sort of see it's got a game about cute comical creatures and trying to identify them after someone makes noises. And a whole bunch of the cute comical creatures overlapping, like it's a whole cohort of them. I don't think this is even all of them. I counted them up and I only got to 60. This is definitely not all the wee whimsical creatures, but there's lots of busyness. I mean, all these things that I drew and then Chris put them together. And then so we've got a banner to celebrate, a game about quickly grabbing creatures that are totally different and counting your beetroots, the red edition, the black-white edition, as well as the black and white edition and color edition of a game about quickly grabbing creatures that are totally different and counting your radishes, which I'm really excited to show off on Friday next week. Then we've got this one, which is just kind of showing off everything else. So we've got 4 different games, a game about quickly matching words to pictures, but never words to words or pictures to pictures, a game about stuffing balloons as a team without talking, but it's a card game, there are no actual balloons, and a game about drawing creatures, complementing the drawings and complementing the complements. This one I'm going to have playing all the time. It's a slow game, it's a relaxing game, it calms people down, but then the most frantic thing I've ever made, a game about counting cats, shapes and colors that keeps getting trickier. And the 2 p.m. event on Saturday is going to be ridiculously frantic. So quick hello to Timmy. It is lovely to see you. Thank you very much for congratulating my banner. Hello, Sate. It is lovely to see you, and I'm looking forward to. Oh my gosh, is that? I just realised you've got now a bit of chocolate that you made with the board game arena thing. That's super cool. Nice work. That's a nice bit of chocolate. You see there? That's what I call dedication. Wow. You ever heard that song? If you want to be a record breaker, dedication's what you need. Lovely to have you all. Thank you for joining me. Just going over recent highlights, and my recent highlights is, of course, all the stuff that Chris made. I've got a whole bunch of stickers, so like a large quantity of these, so I can tell people that are brilliant, so that I can, for each of my copies of a game about quickly grabbing creatures that are totally different in the county, or beetroots, turnips, radishes that people buy, they can get one of the bookworm, and then be true to yourself. But I've also got a catalogue, because it's just funny to say, hey, would you like a catalogue? And to have some of the new cute comical creatures. I've got 300 of each of them. So that's going to be something that I give away, maybe. Yeah, just each day there will be a different one. It's not the #1 priority, but like that's something that I hope to give away over the coming year or so. Like, it's a lot of stickers, 7,500 stickers, and there's like 8 different designs. So just for a better look, there's the cat bat-winged mercat bat. Let's call it a mercat bat, and it's destroying books. We've got that was what it looks like without the whites. This is a catalogue, which it's just a catalogue. Would you like my catalogue? We've got the cute comical creature. We've got this one, which is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of inspired by a piano. This one, and finally this one. And that is what's been up to. So there we go. Now let's crack on with brilliant thing. What's a little thing which is brilliant? You know what? I'm going to say that beetroots are brilliant. I was actually thinking this morning, and I got up quite early, like 6 a.m., and I was thinking, and so feel free if you're in the comments and your name is Xade, and let me know what you think of this. I was thinking of getting some chicken and some beetroots and some peppers and maybe something else. Chris really likes water chestnuts, so I was going to put some water chestnuts in there and some peanut butter. And I think it'll be like a stew. It'll be like, getting some onions to kind of simmer, and then some peppers, and then the beetroots kind of turning it all red, because why not? And then getting some ginger and garlic in there, some strong flavors, maybe a bit of paprika. But yeah, peppers. What do you think? I disagree about beetroot brilliance. Are you saying that you refuse to eat beetroots? Are you saying that you would be disappointed with a dish containing beetroots? Because beetroots turn everything red. Is that not exciting? Is it not exciting to... I've never had beetroot chicken. I'm curious to see whether the beetroots would totally turn the chicken red. I think they would, but I'm not sure. And so, yeah, let me know if you are, not on board. I always eat healthy things, even if I dislike them. Beetroots would fall into that category. Cool. So I will put the beetroots into the stew. I'll get it already. I'm excited for this. Let me know if there's anything that I said that you dislike the sound of. But I'm a big fan of garlic and ginger. And what I'm recently doing is like these bottles from Lidl where there's pickled garlic, pickled ginger. I sometimes eat the pickled ginger just straight out of the jar. It's lovely, but like then you can put it in just at the end to kind of stew it up. Morning, Josie. It is lovely to see you. Beetroot is an amazing vegetable. Thank you, thank you. Timmy says, there's beets in Beyond Burgers. That's how they turn the red colour when you cook them. There you go. Beetroots, they give you fake blood. There you go. So, as always, comments, ask questions, fun like follow, and let me start off with now my top 10 things that could go wrong at UK Games Expo. So, number 1. I'm not bothering them. There's no order to these. It's just a number. Number 1. Aliens could invade, and they could take over the entire Earth. That would be a disaster. Yeah, I mean, if that happens, I don't see there's anything that we could do, especially if these aliens are kind of bent on world domination. Like, it would be a shame to have, the aliens invading right now, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's always, are they cool aliens? No, I think that are just, aliens hell-bent on world domination. They're not cool. That's not cool. Come on. Why have you got to be enslaving humanity? Don't be doing this. Number 2, things that could go wrong. Well, this might be a bit morbid, but I could die. Yeah, I mean, potentially I could be in the car and then suddenly the car explodes and then it makes a hole so big that it not only takes out me and Johan, but it makes an entire crater in the road. That would be really bad. Sad times. Number 3. Yeah, everyone could just decide, you know what, that board games are all passé, and we could all just decide, right now, between the next 7 days, you know what, there's no reason to play board games anymore. Board games have totally done all the stuff that they could do, and so, yep, there's no more friendships to be made, no more connections to be made, no more people to meet. We've just played it all, and everyone decides, nah, not going to bother with UK Games Expo anymore. Number 4. So, Birmingham could be taken over by clowns. I mean, I'm not talking just clowns. I mean, there could be an acrobat involved, maybe a tightrope walker, and using their skills of getting many people into little cars. This is exactly the skill that they need to take over the Birmingham Council. And then they could say, okay, from now on, for this entirety, there are no more events except for circuses. We have made a mandate. No more concerts. No more serious conventions, unless you have like a majority of clowns. Like, how would they define a circus? But like, no, these, circus takeover people are just not going to be happy with UK Games Expo. Number 6. Maybe we all wake up and it was all a dream. Number 7. Maybe this is all a computer simulation and we wake up from that instead. Number 8. Maybe Birmingham decides to rejoin the EU and they manage to be a bit more, a bit more proactive and organized than the central UK government has been, and so maybe Birmingham will rejoin the EU, and then we'll all need passports to get into Birmingham because it's no longer part of the UK technically, and I don't have a passport right now. I would not be able to get to passports in time in 1 week. Sad times. Number 9. Maybe, it's literally rains cats and dogs. And maybe, all these cats and dogs, because we're all distracted by all the cats and dogs. I mean, why are all these cats and dogs coming down? And then we're all thinking, man, we can't be dealing with this. We need to work out what's going on with this global pandemic of cats and dogs. So yeah, that would really put the hamper on things. And last but not least, number 10. Maybe there's no more red pigments in the world. All the red pigments, it's just we've used it too much and there's no more red. Yeah. Those are the top 10 things that could go wrong with UK Games Expo. And yes, to catch up with the chat, Xate makes pasta from beetroots to eat them without tasting them. The circus one, Josie says, is most likely as the government is already run by clowns. Xate enjoys making pasta from all kinds of things and flavors. I'm assuming you're sending me that link because you want me to check it out right now. So I'm going to check out this blazing pathetic. Oh, it's a clip of me. Well, thank you very much for your clip. And Josie says, no to the red running out. Thank you for that clip. I will look at it afterwards. Okay, in all seriousness, I did want to kind of list some of the things that could actually go wrong. And so, yeah, look, I could get ill. Someone else could get ill. Someone else could have a personal emergency. Like last minute, I had someone that was meant to come over to Aircon but wasn't able to, just because, like, I don't want to get into it, but it was the kind of thing that has never happened to me, has probably never happened to anyone watching, and I hope it will never happen to you. And it's like, wow, okay, yes, I understand. You need to be there to support this person. And so, some people can say, okay, I can't make it. It could be that, like with my volunteers, genuinely, there's one person that hasn't been in touch with me for about 3 weeks. So I sent them all the games. I said, please learn them. That was, I think, the 5th of May. And so I was like, okay, learn them and then get in touch with me. And I knew that they needed money ahead of time to pay for the travel. And I said, that's fine. Just make a meeting with me once you've learned them. And I'm now sending them a couple of messages and are ignoring me. So I'm imagining that at this point, yeah, they just can't make it, which would have been nice to know earlier. And obviously, I'm hoping that all my volunteers, my remaining volunteers, are able to make it. One of them, Jane Garvani, was a relatively late addition. I was, do you want? Yeah, you know what? And please come and I'll pay for an extra space. But yeah, each person down, it's like just another pain. And then, as much as it's been lovely to have people saying, hey, if you're at a standstill, I can help you out for 2 or 3 hours. But if someone's just helping out for 2 or 3 hours, it's now I need to make sure that they understand the games, and it's not ideal. It's always better if people learn the games ahead of time. And so, yes, number 1 is me getting ill. Number 2 is, other people getting ill or not being able to make it. Number 3, I'm still waiting on my boxes of games. So I'm waiting on a game about stuffing balloons as a team without talking, but it's a card game. There are no actual balloons. I'm waiting on a game about quickly grabbing creatures that are totally different and counting your beetroots and the turnips and the radishes, 5 different versions, all in boxes. That's a major thing. I'm waiting on a game about drawing creatures, complementing the drawings and complementing the complements version 2, and that's a big deal for me. And it would be really sad if those things don't make it. And also, I'm waiting for the promo cards. That's a thing that could go wrong. I'm hoping that it arrives. I mean, I'm trusting Rob, and like Rob will be there. And I said, look, Xate says, I have a request for someone to help at your stand. Can I make this suggestion and you pressure him into coming? I am not pressuring people. That's not what I want to do. And yeah, Xates, like, who says, my number one thing that could go wrong, I could be back on crutches, which, again, you have things with you have the fallback plans, but ideally, fingers crossed, we don't need them. Like, I will be there if we are really short on people. I will be doing all the demoing and stuff myself, but that would be really not good. But yeah, Xate, feel free to suggest people. Josie says, I'm very excited to be coming and seeing everyone. I will also be teaching my son all the games, so if needed, he will be able to demo some too. That is awesome. Thank you very much for that. And if I manage to get the new games today, I will be sending some first-class parcels. When I say parcels, I mean large letters. Yes, I will be sending that over. What else could go wrong? When we go to the hostel, they might be like, oh, no, we don't have your booking, which would be really bad. But, you know, I spoke to them yesterday. They recognized my voice, so that's all good. They know me because I've gotten like 12 beds from them, which is quite a number. And it's like for an entire week. Other things that could go wrong. So I've got the banners, I've got the stickers underway, but all of these things are actually being delivered to Birmingham. Again, at the hostel, they said that they would take them, and hopefully they will come on the Wednesday, but it is all very last minute, I have to admit. And maybe I don't have enough, maybe people don't have enough red clothes. Maybe there aren't enough red tablecloths. Maybe I don't... yeah, other things that maybe I don't reach out to reviewers and shops in time. There's a number one that could go wrong. And actually, this is more realistic than anything that I said. My number one thing to go wrong is the NEC burns down. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. But my point, in all seriousness, in a more realistic, these things could go wrong, is that I want to be ready. I'm hoping that by Sunday, I will have done everything. And the things that I haven't done, I'll have like an exact time for. Like, okay, I'm meeting someone next Monday evening. I'm having a wee meeting. I'm going to have some appointments to cut my hair and take some time myself on the Tuesday night to get it dyed. But yeah, there's a lot that could go wrong, and that's okay. That's the thing. Like, all of these things, it's never perfect. And 1 year, if I keep going to UK Games Expo, 1 year, things will go disastrously. And after that year, hopefully things will go back to being generally good. And that's basically the conclusion. I mean, let's be honest. Fingers crossed I won't be ill. Fingers crossed you'll not be ill and you'll be able to walk around. But yeah, make sure to have your plan Bs. And lots of love. If there's anything that anyone wants to say, if you've got any question, if you want to ask the question of the day, then please go ahead. But while people are... So let's move on over to you. What are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. What are you up to today? I am going to be clearing this table, which seems to get messy each week, and then I need to clear it before Chris comes in order. And then today we're going to be recording a whole bunch of videos for a major company that is looking at basically all my games except for the noisy one. So yeah, I guess I'm pitching a game about wee whimsical or cute comical creatures and trying to identify them after some noises to other publishers. I might send them wee reminders in a month or so. It's not like a big priority. I'm happy to do another couple of print runs myself, but yeah, that's something that if any publisher is looking at and is interested, then please reach out. I will be doing lots of videos for all my other games to share with, yeah, big major company. And then Chris will be editing that. I will be trying to reach out to reviewers and shops and I will also have a quick nip over, cycle over, buy some food, buy some chicken, buy some vegetables, come back, puts it in a stew, and get it all ready for when Xate comes over and we will chat and stuff. Hello, Mejam Frog, who says, absolutely loved being at UK Games Expo last year. Oh, me Jam Frog, I get it. Was the first time my wife and two tiny girls came down on the train for one day, and it was so good to see them. Worst thing that happened was that I had so much trouble finding them because there are just so many ways into the NEC, and they're also spread out. I get that. Timmy is hopefully moving into a new office on weekend. That sounds lovely. And I hope you have a wonderful time. Regarding the navigation, yeah, it can be really tricky. I would say that if you come in from the Birmingham International Airport and then within the building, there is signage for the Hall 3, Hall 2. Those are the major ones that you want to go to. Like, well, Hall 1 is where it's at. Come on, see me. Am I in Hall 1? Josie says, I'm about to go and have a hot tub and some coffee. That sounds delightful. Have a lovely time. And before we close, question of the day. Here's a little question before we go on our way. The question of the day is going to be, how do you feel about UK Games Expo? If you could say, at most 5 words, like to describe your emotions, what would they be right now? I am excited, nervous, a bit stressed, I have to admit. Yeah, but excited. I'm going to say excited again. Yeah, those would. I don't need more words. I think those words would describe me. So, like, how are you feeling? How are you generally feeling about UK Games Expo? And if you're not going to be at UK Games Expo and you want to answer the question of the day, then let me involve you by asking, like, how do you feel about the presence of UK Games Expo? How do you feel about UK Games Expo as an event? Actually, I'm going to add a 5th word. I'm going to say impressed. Like, impressed at everything going on. And yeah. Timmy says, I don't know what it is. Oh, that's 6 words. So next week, I will have debriefs. I will have photos. I will be talking about it so much over the forthcoming week. So 20,000 people in a hall playing games, having fun. Traders, shows, musical concerts, comedy, all sorts of things. Me Jam Frog says, excited and nervous too. Can't wait to see everyone. Such a good buzz and so many cool things going on. And Xate just says, excited to finally be back for it. So yeah, the excitement seems to be the prevailing, general word if we're going by, those words. It's massive, amazing, and overwhelming. Yeah, I would say so. Like, and 2017, so 2016 I had a stand, and in 2017 I didn't have a stand because my game had just been bought by Gigamic, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have one last hurrah as a volunteer. And I did get a chance to be a blue shirt. I walked around, but I had changed. The people had changed. And my relationship with the people had changed. And just like you can never step into the same river twice. Morning. Sorry, I haven't had anything to drink yet. I do apologize. Just as you can never step in the same river twice, you can never go to the same convention twice. So it's always changing. And if you become part of the industry, like, my relationship, people have started to know me in the same way. Xate, people will be like, okay, that's Xate from, like, you go past Michael's stand and Michael will be like, hey, Xate, because the relationship has changed over the past couple of years. And not everyone knows you, but do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's relationship with everyone changes, and it's always fun. And if you're there and you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to do, come over, draw some creatures, and maybe you'll make some friends. And I don't feel like I have the spoons to offer to people, hey, let's have a meeting zone. But next year, I am really tempted to go even bigger if I can afford it. If I sell one of my games to the big publisher, then I am going to definitely go extravagant at UK Games Expo next year, because it's just so much fun. So yeah, recap and wrap up before we finish up. So to recap and wrap up, there's lots of things that could happen. I mean, we could have a super volcano bursting out. We could have aliens invading, but also smaller, more realistic things. We could have family emergencies or illnesses or stuff, but maybe that's okay. We've just got to, yes, ideally have a plan B, but if something does go wrong, so be it. And it's not perfect, but life will carry on. And hopefully there will be another year. But for now, lots of love. I am Stuff by Bez. If you want to check me out, bigcartel.com. Stuffbybez.bigcartel.com is where you can buy my stuff, and I'm going to totally revamp that shop at the end of next month once I've sent out my Kickstarter stuff. Twitch, YouTube, and stuffbybez.com/Discord if you want to join the Discord. And I love that we're getting notifications about these amazing itch bundles that are supporting reproductive rights in America, where stuff is going dark, like getting bad. Stuffbybez.com/streams. If you want to know my streams for the next few days, then check that out. But it's mainly me this weekend, Monday with Kelly, Tuesday with Alan Paul, and then UK Games Expo stuff while I am in for like more than a week, basically. And so check it out, share, spread the word, and thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for being part of here. Thank you for the comments and the questions. Thank you in advance to those people who are helping me. Thank you to everyone for being part of my life. Thank you. Thank you for being here, me Jamfrog. Josie says, looking forward to hanging out with my son who has been away at uni, and it's been the longest I've ever gone without seeing him. We both love tabletop gaming, so excited equally to see him and to go explore and experience UK Games Expo 2. That sounds just delightful. So for now, I guess I should check out who else is streaming on Twitch, and if there's some nice music, there is Gilly Kimchi. There's Onch Jeu. Yeah, I don't speak much French, but you know what? Let's raid Onch Jeu. And so if you want to hear some French, then please even if you don't, then please copy, paste the raid message. And for now, lots of love and bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go to room. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, Josie. Bye-bye, Timmy. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.